those big stories that's been circulating around now for the last couple of weeks, ever since, of course, the judge decided that the people associated with the late and disgraced Jeffrey Epstein should be named in these documents filed. And this would basically state exactly who and what and how he dealt with individuals. And it's interesting because we already know certain people that Mr. Epstein did have an association with. I mean, there are many different people. What you have to remember in a sort of situation like that, particularly with somebody like him, incredibly wealthy. And, let me tell you, I have to be honest with you, celebrities are not the brightest people, you see, because the bottom line is that they are, swayed by wealth. And if you get invited to a particular party and there's, say, a plane put on for you and you're promised, sumptuous food and all that sort of stuff, a lot of them will simply go along, particularly with the idea that they may get snapped for a glossy magazine. And this allegedly was the lure that Mr. Epstein used time and time again. Of course, there is a darker side to his story, and we're not here to defend any of that level in any form whatsoever. But a lot of people are speculating, will Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, be named in the Epstein files? Well, I've been told by a very good source, of course he will. It's part of the deal. And though, when you think about it, he's already admitted his association with him. Of course, what people are really looking at is there anything deeper that wasn't revealed in that now infamous Newsnight interview? We told you before with that particular interview that, of course, Newsnight themselves had been hankering for over a year to try and make sure they could set up, twist and turn over the Duke of York on very flimsy background evidence, one might suggest. And as we've told you also, both of the ubiquitous blondes, Sam McAllister and the presenter Emily Maitlis, have gone on and sold books and TV deals based on this association. Fame hungry might spring to mind. Now, while a lot of people are writing off the Duke of York, it still remains to be seen exactly as to what level of association, as and when and where, and in the period of time he would have had associations with Mr. Epstein. But of course, there are far bigger cheeses on that list. Some, of course, I've interviewed over the years. And what I find fascinating about it, as I said, is if you think about it, it's like a pop star being invited to, perform for an Arabian princess, and they offered 1 million for an hour's work, plus all expenses, private plane trip. They do it because they know that nobody will find out about it, unless, of course, now it gets leaked onto social media. Never used to back in the day. And what you will find with the Epstein files 100% is, yes, Prince Andrew will be named, but at what level? And that really is the story. A lot of people are basically speculating, will his name be on there? I would say categorically, yes. And I think he's already admitted that. But the bottom line now for him, and the worry is, at what level of association? And more importantly, what did Mr. Epstein leave behind? We should know within the next few days. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.